Playing Fortnite at a competitive level is frustrating. Like, really, really, really frustrating. It is a game where you're competing against 99 other humans, well, most of the time, and you're all trying to do your best to win that one specific game. Now add in that there's a good chance that some of these players have an unfair advantage, at least the last few seasons anyway, by cheating. It can make the game all that more frustrating. Now, how do we deal with this? How do we handle a game where things are buggy and everyone wants to beat one another to win the game? Well, today I want to offer you a few different solutions. Different things that I have done to help me focus on my current moment and not get caught up in the things that I cannot control. I will also walk you through two, quote, not so great tournaments where I started slow but ended up qualifying to the finals or placing high overall. I'll break down my thought process and what I focused on one game at a time to make it to the finals. Now, let's talk about mental toughness. Having good mental resolve can take you so far in this game and frankly in so many different aspects of your personal life. Competing at a high level is not easy and it takes maturity and perspective to do so. Now, to be crystal clear, I am not perfect at this at all, and in fact, me starting to rage myself made me want to create this video, so please hold me accountable here. We all need to realize bad things will happen to you in the game. It's not a matter of if. There will be moments where your shotgun does not reload 2 times, and then it sells your duo because of it. I mean, hypothetically speaking, of course. Times where you take fall damage. At points, you will get jump scared from someone just ratting in the top of a building. Every single one of these moments are opportunities for you to do better, to improve, to learn how that specific issue happened and how you can deal with it in the future. As cheesy as it sounds, all you can do is take a deep breath and refocus on your next game. If you died off spawn twice, for example, do not fight anyone off spawn the next game. Swerve away if you're contested and just live later on into the game and even play Storm if you have to make up the lost ground. But do not crash out or blame the game or slam your controller or whatever it may be. You need to keep your emotions in check so you can make the best choices in the games and moments to come. If you're too focused on what happened, you will not make the best plays in the now. Now, all of this is great, but what about cheating? How do we handle getting aimbotted out of the air? We'll just quit the game. Seriously, stop playing Fortnite altogether if you do not like it and cannot understand it's just part of the game right now. Because if you are a competitive player, that is exactly what is going to happen to you at least a few games in opens and most likely every single finals game in solos. And that's just the state of the game right now. I do not like it at all personally, but it's what the game is today. And the sooner we come to terms with this, the sooner we can just enjoy the peace of playing the game again. Now, it does make me really sad to say that, but that's what Fortnite has come to. Epic simply does not care about the cheaters or updating its anti-cheat system, so play the game at your own risk. Okay, enough with the hypotheticals and ranting, let's get into the application of some of this. Here's my most recent solo Zero Build Cash Cup games. Now, to give you some perspective, only the top 2,500 players qualified to the finals, which is less than last season, and I needed roughly 109 points in total to qualify. And honestly, plenty of quote good players are not making finals this season. So last week I started dropping red line rank, and into game 1, I was relatively uncontested and I knew I could just loot this whole area and then play for my win. And then on my way into zone, I get weirdly held edge here, so I have to go back into this POI and try and play whites and just make it to endgame. I mean, talk about a frustrating way to die in your first game. That guy had the shield tech and the moves that I was not ready for. I didn't even realize the shield was that viable. I think I definitely hit my spray shots there. That would have gotten the last few damage on him, but it is what it is. We go next. So the other, I would say, negative thing of this is I didn't have then a lot of points going in from my first game. So, ideally in your first game, you get 40, 50, 60. I think I have like 20 or something after that is all done. Yikes, that is a tough way to die there. The Sovereign Gun is basically a bandage cannon for my opponents. Help me! And to totally level set with you guys, there's probably a bit of pride here in my gameplay as well. The last 2 weeks I've qualified in 3 games, and I just expect myself to be able to do that now every time. But the reality is, you're going to have bad tournaments, you're going to have bad games, you're not always going to perform to the best of your ability, and I have to be mentally resolute and come back and get a good game here in game number 3. Also, if I had a nickel for the number of times I've auto-mantled, I don't know if you saw, I auto-mantled on top of the bunker there to like basically just go right towards him. Really don't like that feature. But again, we're not tilted, we're untilting this game. As you can see, my Elgato capture card likes to get in on the action as I get eliminated in a game. It goes into the cycle of black screen for about 15 minutes, and I'm just stuck in this, which makes, you very happy at the end of a game after you get eliminated. But I digress. We did successfully untilt that game, despite my commentary. So we got a third with 6 elims, which puts us right back in contention for the game. We're right on track for qualifying once more. So I was playing Storm very deep here. I knew there was multiple people lurking back at vaults. As I was rotating in, I was coming across him, so I just play aggressive on the edge here and pick up these couple of eliminations, and I'm just using my tempo and utility to try and continue to snowball my tournament and lead and playstyle into a qualification. I know kind of in the back of my head here that based off of the number of points that I have now and the number of people left in this game, I can qualify off of this game if I do really well. So that's my goal, to qualify early before queues are closed. So, not a bad game overall. I ended up with 113 points, which puts me right at about the qualification that I need. I just need a few more to close this out and make it to finals. And nothing too significant happened that game. I just got to 128 points through placement, and everyone's trying to key each other for a final queue. Now this is my match history from the Duo Zero Build Cash Cup with my duo on Wednesday of this past week. And as you can see, things did not start out very hot for us. I don't want to go through all of my games here. I just don't think it's worth the time. But as you can see, we really struggled games 1 through 4. We die off spawn. We're going for scan medallion. We're just losing fights that we shouldn't be. And I would say, honestly, I was quite tilted at those points. I really just, my head wasn't in it and I was just frustrated. I felt the tournament kind of slipping away through my fingers. You can see around game 5, we really turned it on. We get a big elimination win, and we played pretty consistent throughout the rest of the tournament, at least making a few more end games. But just again, kind of similar principles that I want you guys to apply to your duo games as you do to your solo games, as being strong and mental resolve, being able to focus on the end goal. You're competing against yourself and the scoreboard, even if you're dying to cheaters. It just is what it is. So, parting thoughts. Don't tilt, don't crash out, play consistent, and try and just take a deep breath or go do something different if you even need a break. There's moments where I've gotten up and moved away from my desk and gone and done something for 5-10 minutes and queued up again later. All of that is very important. You just need to set the one game aside and focus on the next one. Each game is a new opportunity to succeed. Guys, I hope this really helped you. Let me know if you like this kind of video or not in the comments down below. I would love your feedback. Thanks. Bye.